The capture of Kassala is one of the first operations of the East African Campaign during World War II, which took place from July 4, 1940, to January 21, 1941. With Italy's entry into the war in June 1940, Italian forces in Italian East Africa took up defensive positions, conducting only isolated operations against border towns in Sudan. Taking the initiative, on July 3, 1940, the British attempted to attack the settlement of Matema, but were repelled. On July 4, 1940, at 3 a.m., 3 Italian columns under the command of the governor of Eritrea and Amhara Luigi Frusci launched an offensive along 3 different routes, starting from points 31 to 36 kilometers apart, and attacked the railway hub of Kassala in Anglo-Egyptian Sudan. The British Sudan Defence Forces put up fierce resistance, and even 20 tanks were sent into battle, but their use was thwarted by Italian aviation. By noon, at 1 p.m., Italian cavalry entered Kassala, from which British troops fled. Simultaneously, Pietro Gazzara occupied the forts of Galabat and Kermik. Kassala was occupied at a high cost compared to the strategic value of the location, but the offensive was halted, allowing the British to regroup and counterattack. Specifically to counter the Italians, a special motorized unit called the Gazelle Force was created, commanded by Colonel Frank Walter Maservi. Already in November 1940, the British attempted to retake Galabat, but unsuccessfully. On January 18, 1941, Plet's troops finally managed to capture this fort. Due to the deterioration of the overall situation, the Italian command issued an order on January 21 to reduce the front line by abandoning captured points and retreating to defensive positions. The retreat was conducted under the cover of cavalry raids, which slowed the advance of British forces. The Italian troops, led by General Orlando Lorenzini, retreated in an organized manner to Agordat. Italian units from Galabat under the command of General Agostino Martini and General Guglielmo Nassi retreated to Gondar.